So you're planning a big event. That's awesome. You've probably got a million things on your plate, and somewhere on that long checklist is event insurance. And if you've been looking around online, I'm willing to bet the name Thimble has popped up more than once. It's a popular choice for sure, but today we're going to really dig in.
But is it the right choice for you? To figure that out, we're going to lean on a really detailed analysis that looked at over a dozen different event insurers. We're going to see how Thimble actually stacks up and what you absolutely need to know before you even think about clicking that buy button. Let's do this.
All right, first things first, let's pull back the curtain on a Thimble policy. Once you get past the slick website and into the nitty-gritty details, there are a few things that, well, they definitely stand out, and you're going to want to know about them. There are really 4 big watch-outs you need to be aware of with Thimble. We're talking a surprisingly low limit for any damage to your venue, some fuzzy language around liquor liability, a pricing model that gets more expensive with every guest you add, and an hourly structure that could, honestly, create some serious risks. Let's zero in on that first point, the venue damage. A Thimble policy maxes out at $100,000 for what they call damage to rented premises. And here's the kicker, there is no option to increase it. That's the ceiling. So you have to ask yourself, is that really enough? So many venues these days are demanding coverage of $250,000, $300,000, sometimes even more. $100,000 limit could mean you're breaking your venue contract before the first guest even walks in the door. And then let's talk about the price. Unlike a lot of other policies that have one flat fee, Thimble's price is based on how many people you invite. So yeah, for a tiny get-together, it might look cheap, but that number climbs fast as your guest list grows. For bigger events, it can get way less cost-effective. Okay, so if Thimble has these potential drawbacks, what's a better move? Well, that same analysis that put Thimble under the microscope also uncovered 2 absolute standout providers that you should seriously consider. Meet GatherGuard and SpecialInsurance.com. They are the 2 top alternatives, and they each kind of serve a different purpose. GatherGuard is just fantastic for affordability, especially for bigger crowds. Meanwhile, SpecialInsurance.com is your go-to when your venue has a laundry list of requirements. And just look at those venue damage limits, way higher right off the bat. Let's start with GatherGuard. I mean, look at this. Their policies start at just $75. That is a super competitive price, especially when you see what you get for it. GatherGuard is an absolute no-brainer if your venue's insurance needs are pretty standard. Without a lot of those special add-ons they call endorsements. It gives you way more venue damage coverage to start, it can handle huge events with up to 5,000 people, and you get a full refund if you cancel before the big day. It's just simple, powerful, budget-friendly protection. So what about SpecialInsurance.com? Okay, its starting price is higher, but there's a huge reason why. It comes loaded with all the fancy add-ons that venues are starting to demand, like waiver of subrogation. I know, they're technical terms, but they're critical. Having these things included from the start makes it an amazing all-in-one package. Okay, so we've looked at the potential issues with one option and explored 2 really strong alternatives. So how do you take all this info and actually make the best decision for your special day? It's actually super simple. It's a 3-step plan. First, and this is the most important thing you'll do, get the exact insurance requirements in writing from your venue. Don't guess. Step 2, get quotes from providers like GatherGuard and SpecialInsurance.com using that checklist. And finally, secure the policy that checks every single box your venue requires. At the end of the day, this isn't just about ticking a box to make your venue happy. It's about making sure one of the most important days of your life is protected from some crazy what-if scenario. So the real question you need to ask yourself is this: which policy truly gives you complete peace of mind? Choose that one.